It didn't start exactly how we wanted it to, but Newcastle's treble is still on. The Bromley FA Cup match folks come to Newcastle fans, so do us a favour and make sure you stick around. Welcome back to Black White Band, ladies and gentlemen, on a very sunny, cold, crisp cup afternoon as I record this, as we go in pursuit of that treble. That's right, the treble is still on. Jokes, I'm joking. You know, I'd take the double. Do you know what? If we win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, maybe it's the FA Cup and the Premier League with this amazing run that Eddie Howe's mags are on, I'll take it. I'll take it all day long. No, but in all seriousness, FA Cup fever is back. And do you know what? For a long time, sorry, I'm going to get killed recording this. That's why you should want that subscribe button. That's the dedication I go through going on busy roads. A lot of people talk about the FA Cup at the moment. They talk about it as if it's lost its magic. And whilst I do agree, teams playing weaker teams, like the top teams in the Premier League, I've looked at, no one's talking for me enough about in this FA Cup draw the magic that's been brought up. Man City playing Salford, who were owned by the class of 92, the Giggs, the Nevilles, the Scholes. That was an amazing tie. You've got Leeds playing Harrogate. Most Harrogate fans are Leeds fans as well. That was a great tie. And then you've got Newcastle, of course, playing Bromley. And the footage, the fact that Andy Woodman basically manifested this match at the former Newcastle goalkeeping coach, I want Newcastle in the next round. Who did he get? Newcastle away at his former home, St James's. I just thought it was class. It was absolutely class. And yes, this competition definitely isn't what it was when I was a kid. And that's because of Champions League, because of money. The FA Cup doesn't bring as much money in for top teams as what it once did. But I do think the magic's there this year. Even like matches like Tamworth, getting Tottenham at home. Brilliant tie. So here we go. 3 home matches in 6 days. That sounds like a lot of video editing. On top of a busy week when I'm still, by the way, anyone was still waiting on dealing with Eddie Howe's mags, there's a North London special coming, and this could be my famous last words. I'm hoping to have that live on YouTube by no later than Tuesday before the Wolves game on Wednesday. So I will die by those words. I'll die on that hill, which is a term I use a little bit too much. Off to Bromley we go, just about to hop on the old bus, like in true peasant style. A couple of beers beforehand. I'm not going to lie to anyone watching this video, I don't look forward to these matches. The atmosphere today will be a family atmosphere, it normally is. I'm sitting in the Platinum Club where at least I get a nice padded seat. Maybe a prawn sandwich at half time. Ha 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 ha. But I don't, the atmosphere is never the same for these, especially if there's not singing in my singing corner in my usual seat. How do I think this one's going to go? Well, in theory it should only go one way. But did anyone else go to bed and struggle to sleep last night a little bit like this? Time to get some sleep. Yeah, that's right, nightmares. Even Sheffield Wednesday, I forgot about that one. All the Newcastle fans watching this, you old farts, you might remember Hereford many moons ago. I wasn't even in the womb for that one. Newcastle have a history of messing up lower league cup ties this early in the competition. And any Newcastle fan worth their salt might know that, yes, this on paper should be winnable, but you still worry. And I'm looking at the fixture and I'm looking at who Eddie Howe might play. There's a lot of players I'm excited to see. We have the ability to play a totally different 11. You know, Mr. Greek, Osula in goal. Kieran Trippier, Matt Targett, Lloyd Kelly, Fabian Schär, who's been suspended, so he's fresh. He can come in for a bit of experience. Longstaff, Willock, Miley, who I'm really excited to see today. That's one player I will be looking forward to being on the team sheet. Osula, I imagine it's basically going to be like walking into Mexico if he starts today. The amount of that tequila chant will get sang. I think St James's Park will look a bit like this. So yeah, lots of players. Barnes, he hasn't had many minutes. Joe Willock, I still think needs to get a little bit more back up to match sharpness. I'm fully expecting to win. Why would I not? I'm expecting to see some goals, and let's just keep this win and run going. Wolves on Wednesday is massive. Bournemouth on Saturday is massive, and our fixtures, I tell you what, just aren't too bad. Without further ado, let's get the cup magic going. Always helped by a couple of cheeky pints. Let's see what the Platinum Club's got to offer. I'm not expecting much atmosphere, but I am expecting Newcastle United's treble chasing mags to be in the 4th round of the cup. So let's see whether we can just get the job done today and hopefully put on a bit of a show with 11 different players, which I'm fully expecting. Away, Eddie Howe's absolutely flying, Mags. Let's face it, life is good at the moment. Come on.
Thank you.
Hey, me lads, you should have seen us gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all the smiling faces,
just like that.
running along the Scotswood Road to say the brave praises. We went to
Half-time, split the G. Perks of the Platinum Club. Didn't get it the first time before the match. Let's go. Under. Oh, hang on. No. That was the way I was tipping it. Probably sums up the first half, I have to be totally honest with you. Right, just come out the stadium, got over the line, FA Cup 4th round, let's wait for that draw. Jay, didn't start exactly how we would have liked, but firstly, my first question, sum that match up.
Well, I think the match was a good experience.
It was.
For the senior players and for the fringe players, I would say.
Yeah.
Now, good to see Osula.
Yeah,
I think good to see him. And good to see him scoring a goal.
Yeah.
That gives
Lovely
great confidence.
Goal.
The target is good to see him there, the cover up. And I like the idea how Eddie Howe played it today. He played different positions for Miley.
Oh, Miley's goal, by the way.
In Tonali's space and position. Next, he played him on Joe Linton place, and that is versatility of the lad is amazing.
Yeah.
On top of the ball, he scored the first goal.
Oh,
isn't that amazing?
That goal.
Local lads, you know.
Lovely goal.
It's so amazing.
Just when we needed one as well, that goal, by the way. Just when we needed one.
Well, this is it. This is what happened. And then second half, when you see all these changes, there's no changes we need them. It changes for Eddie to experiment, to see who can fit when and how. But I think it was. It's a good game. We won it. We carry everything. It carried the win. It carried the experience.
Yeah.
It carried the experiment.
So that's now 8 wins in a row. So with regards to that match, full respect to Bromley, they really did a good job. Who would be it's probably a difficult question, who would be your man of the match?
Miley,
yeah.
Miley all the way.
Yeah.
Oh, he fits. It's like the piece of the jigsaw. Any piece of the whole jigsaw, if any piece missing somewhere, you're with Miley there.
Yeah.
And that is, I love this lad.
Question.
Go on then.
Will we? I joked at the start of this video by us saying we were on the pursuit of the treble. Obviously joking. Will we finish this season with a trophy finally in the cabinet or not?
I have that gut feeling inside me. We will bring the Carabao here.
Oh, right.
The way we played against Arsenal, I don't care who we play. If we play against Real Madrid, we'll win it.
Wow.
That team I saw against Man U, against Spurs, and against Arsenal, they can go and win. The confidence on them is so good, and the unity, that play of a team. They all play in synergy. They are incredible. I don't care who they meet in the final, Liverpool or Arsenal. Arsenal, trust me, within 10 minutes we'll score against Arsenal, and that's them dead and buried.
Well, there you go. No. So you've heard it here first. We will be bringing a trophy home this season. That is all.
And we will finish fourth or third. Remember,
So Champions League football as well.
Absolutely. And listen,
this is the confidence I love.
Listen. Who says Newcastle cannot finish above Arsenal?
It's
only 5 points.
Don't think anyone's ever
What's
said
5
that.
points? 5 points for them, a loss and draw, and 2 win for us. That's above them.
Tell
And
you
when
what.
we're above them, we'll stay there.
I'm going to warn viewers. This man has tried splitting the G on the Guinness a couple of times. That could be affecting his judgment. No, I'm joking. Right, Jay, thank you very much for answering. Right, I'm going to pull this short by saying, "Tell me, ma, because if my ma's watching, she's probably getting a bit sick of having food ready for me, and me just not coming home for it." But Newcastle United, as I said at the start of this video, their treble pursuit continues. Look, we got the job done. Did it start how we wanted it to? Of course it did not. And I tell you what, fair play to Bromley when they put the ball in the bottom of that corner. Lovely little finish. I think me and so many other Newcastle fans had that awful feeling, just like my nightmares last night, that this was not going to go how we wanted it to. And you're suddenly panicking. You are really panicking. Look, Eddie Howe made changes to the team today, but let's get on to those in a second. Let's keep on talking about the match. Lovely finish by Miley, and that was probably the time where we needed a lovely finish, level it back up, and then go again, and he did. It was fantastic. And you're really hoping going into half-time that we can take the lead, but we didn't. But you think in the second half, and I was mulling it over, getting myself all stressed and worried because of Newcastle's FA Cup record, and you're thinking, do you know what? With our bench, with the energy that we will have that they don't have, because we equalise, I sort of daydreamed into a world where we went into that half-time break 1-0 down, and you think that would have been a totally different story. That would have been really worrying. But we go in this half-time 1-1, let's come out and kill them. Eddie Howe made changes that I did not expect in the second half, and we did kill them. We did. Early penalty, was it a penalty? Yes, of course it was. He absolutely wipes him out from what I saw, what I've seen in the replays. And then we go on and we get the third, and it's a lovely goal. Did we pull up any trees in that second half? No, we didn't. Did we create any clear-cut chances where we should have had loads? 4, 5, 6, 7? No, we didn't. But Newcastle United are in the fourth round of the Cup, and the way that Bromley defended, you've just got to take that, and I will 100% as I leave tonight, I will take that. Literally, Bromley set up exactly like we did in that second half against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup on Tuesday. And every single time we attacked, it was 0-5-5 or 5-5-0, sorry, should I say. And I noticed it, where I was sat in the Platinum Club, I don't often sit there. You get to watch so much more from a tactical point of view, just like Craig Hope and all the journalists do. And it was just every time we went forward, there was 2 banks, basically of 5, with a goalkeeper behind them, and it was just really difficult. And we were talking about a midfield that's never really played together, in Miley and Longstaff and Joelinton, and then a front 3 that's never really played together, a front 3 supported by fullbacks in Matt Targett, who hasn't really played much football. And we struggled to create chances, but it was so important today that we got over the line. Yes, did I expect more goals? Did I expect more chances? 100%. Did every single fan in St James's Park today expect more chances and more goals? Yes, 100%. But in these early matches, when you're at home against a team that's got such a spring in the step, getting in that next draw is the most important thing. So let's talk about players. My standout today has got to be Lewis Miley. And I'm not saying for a second that Lewis Miley absolutely destroyed it from the first whistle to the last. I don't think any Newcastle player did, if I'm being totally honest with you, in quite a cagey game against a team playing so defensive. But that strike for the first goal, my God, and his comfort in the ball, his comfort in possession, his comfort to just keep on spreading it around, supporting the attack from the defence, being that linchpin that we often have seen Bruno play that role and Tenali play that role, who came on the second half. Lewis Miley is such a comfortable footballer. He's gone up a level in his strength in the time that he's been away, and he was my man of the match. He was one of the only players to play the whole match in that attacking sort of area. I thought he was brilliant. Massive shout outs as well. I think if I'm looking at it, it's difficult. I'm not seeing past Lewis Miley in terms of standouts. I'm not seeing massive. I think Lloyd Kelly, who the only reason I'm giving him a shout out is not because I thought he pulled up massive trees today. I don't think any player did, as I've already mentioned. But Lloyd Kelly is a player who came in for Newcastle against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup and played brilliant. We won the game. Everybody was singing his praises. He got a couple of good clearances in. He then came in against West Ham when we were shite. First half we were okay. We should have won the game in the first half. Generally speaking, we were terrible. He didn't have a good game. He lost his man for Souček's header, etc, etc. Everybody since has said we should have got rid. And I just refuse to believe that he's not a decent footballer. All the Bournemouth fans were sad to see him go. He hasn't really played for much for us. I thought he was solid. He was, he was steady all game. It's centre-back where I think we know that's where he prefers. I think today was all eyes on Osula. And his goal in that second half, oh my God, absolute daisy cutter into that bottom corner. I don't like that chance, so I'm not going to be a hypocrite and sing it too much. But lovely goal. I still think he's raw. I still think he's not suited to how we play in terms of him. Him and Alexander Isak, someone said next to me that, he should learn off him. I think they're different players. I think Osula is a very old-fashioned centre-forward. He does want more balls in the box. We had great opportunities in Matt Targett every single time to get more quality balls in the box. And let's finish on him, Matt Targett, a player who we've not seen for lots of different issues, including the quality of his skin. He looks okay. I think Matt Targett looks the sort of player who maybe 2 years ago when we were fighting relegation and trying to go up the league looked a lot better than what we'd had. Now, with the likes of Lewis Hall, with the attacking style of play we have, I thought he slowed things down a lot, and in the final third, a lot of his balls in the box weren't great. He's going to probably be a squad player, depending on how the FA Cup fourth round goes, but again, nothing special. I don't mean to speak negative. There's no other massive performances I really want to talk about. If I was to talk negative, one thing that I'm concerned about is Harvey Barnes. Let's talk about him. It was a match for him to come in and really, really show what he's got. The fact that Eddie Howe is hooking Harvey Barnes off in half-time against Bromley after doing very little in that first half. I've said for a long time that Harvey Barnes is not the man. I've done videos on it to take on a man. He's not the man who wants the ball early. He's not the sort of man who wants to... And I'm watching him today, and I just don't think he's suited to Eddie Howe's system. And the fact he's coming in a match like this, and Eddie Howe has taken a man off who's had so little game time so early in the match. If we are going to cash in this January window, and I know Eddie Howe doesn't want to weaken his squad, and we would be weakening our squad by selling him, but if there was a scope for 20 million for a man who does know where the goal is, and he's got some crucial goals for us, can I just say, it would be Harvey Barnes to really improve what we can spend in the summer. And it concerns me that he has come off so early in a match where other players like Lewis Miley, who's played very few minutes, play the whole game. That was the big concern for me. I thought Longstaff today coming back in looked very slow in the pass, very slow in the decision, and he's going to continuously have Newcastle fans on his back. And against a difficult match where we had so many men in behind us trying, Bromley basically put every man behind the ball. It was a concern. It was. But that's it. Look, where do we go from here? 3 home games in 6 days are coming up. Bromley, tick. That's just about getting over the line and getting to the fourth round. Wolves on Wednesday. Totally different team. So many players have been rested, which is exactly what this Newcastle team needs right now. And then Bournemouth on Saturday. A team who are having a fantastic season. Would you back against this Newcastle team to go 10 matches, 10 wins in a row by Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock? Well, I wouldn't. But look, you cannot rule out any competition. Yes, Newcastle fans might be thinking about the Carabao Cup semi-final. I'm creaming for it. I've got the trains booked. I've got the hotel booked. for my sins, because that's probably going to curse us. But Wolves, Bournemouth and this FA Cup game are massive, because if we keep progressing in all the competitions with no European football, that is very important. Newcastle fans, let us know your thoughts down below. Drop that little like, drop that follow, drop that subscribe, please. That would mean a lot, because my hand as I hold this phone is absolutely freezing. Get Block My Banter across all social media and let me know who you would like to get in the 4th round of the FA Cup, if it hasn't been drawn by the time I post this video. I'm going to go and sink a beer in somewhere warmer than where I'm currently stood. Keep the faith. Newcastle in the 4th round, and that treble is still on. Because technically, anyone who's watching this who agrees with me for saying it, it still is. Mathematically and technically, it still is. Oh yeah, anyhow, treble Seach and Max. Come on!